Hello and welcome to American English Ed with Teacher Glory, your language and culture connection. Before we jump into this podcast, I would like to say a special hello to listeners from the following countries. Thank you for listening. I am smiling cheek to cheek as I look at the list. All right, let's do it. Hello to listeners from Thailand, Italy, Iran, Germany, India, Sweden, the Philippines, Bangladesh, Turkey, Mexico, the Netherlands, Peru, Ireland, Algeria, Singapore, Brazil, Russia, and Poland. Thank you so much for listening. Yay! Get ready to get busy. Before we continue this episode, I would like you to get some tools that you can write with. You're going to need to take notes. Get a notebook. If you don't have any tools, use your 5 fingers. What? The reason why I'm saying use your 5 fingers is because SMART in SMART goals is an acronym. An acronym is a way that we abbreviate long and hard to remember terms. Good examples of these are USA, NASA, LOL. They all stand for something else. Well, the hardest one to remember is NASA. Do you know what it stands for? If you know this, high five to you. It stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. You see how helpful acronyms are? So let's say you're here in the United States and you want to check it out as a tourist attraction. I'm going to visit the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. People are going to be like, okay, do you mean NASA? Most people use NASA. We like to simplify things. So without further ado, let's jump into defining what each letter in SMART means. Let's define what each letter in this acronym means. Look at your 5 fingers. S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for attainable. R stands for relevant. And T stands for time-based. Now, let's jump right into it and give you some specific examples. S stands for specific. I would like to speak like an American or a Canadian. It's not specific. For this challenge, focus on a 30-day plan to improve your standard American pronunciation. Let's give you that example. It's July 16th, so by August 16th, I would like to improve my pronunciation by pronouncing verbs that end with ed 90% correctly. I'm going to use the past tense regular verbs that end in ed because there are 3 different sounds. So that's actually something that a lot of you probably need to work on. If you'd like to use my tools, check out my website at teacherglory.com. There's a list of past regular verb tenses that end with ed and the 3 different sounds. Now, M stands for measurable. This is what makes these SMART goals effective. You can retest yourself. Then, at the end of 4 weeks, test yourself again to see if there's an improvement. Now let's do attainable. Is it realistic? If you're an A2 right now and you want to be a C2 in a year, it's almost impossible. This is why it's important to break it down. R stands for relevant. Another word for relevant is important. Ask yourself this: how is this content going to help you improve your pronunciation. How is this going to help you in your real life? Additionally, make sure it's relevant to your profession or academic studies. If you are a tech person, include content that covers technology. If you love fashion, include trends. Then we have time-based. And time-based and measurable go hand in hand. How do they go hand in hand? Well, at the end of 4 weeks or 30 days, you are going to measure your progress by retesting yourself to see if your pronunciation improved. You could use my example for past regular verbs. Again, check out my website. You can see a list of over 200 words that you can use for this exercise. This sums up what the acronym S.M.A.R.T stands for. The following is going to walk you through two important components in S.M.A.R.T. M for measurable and T for time-based. First, you are going to pre-assess yourself. I strongly suggest a YouTube or TED Talks. Find a transcript of a lesson or perhaps a presentation that is your level. Second, read that transcript and record yourself for 7 to 10 minutes. Third, copy and paste that transcript in your word processor or print it. You're going to listen to the presenter. Make sure they're speaking with a standard American English accent. Listen to them and circle the mistakes you made. Now focus on 3 mistakes that get in the way of clarity. If you're using the ED, regular past tense verbs, you can focus on the ED t sound, the ones that end with T, on the first week. On the second week, focus on the ED sounds that end with D. And on the third week, you can focus on the ED sounds that end with id. Those are 3 weeks. The 4th week, focus on practicing all the 3 sounds to make sure you're solidifying what you have learned, okay? At the end of the 4 weeks, you are going to read that same transcript and reassess yourself. Listen to the speaker again and see how you did. If you improved, let's say, above 85%, you did an awesome job. Remember, you are learning, so you will continue to improve with time. Now, this is the beauty of this. Use this method again, and after 4 weeks, I would like you to focus on 3 new errors that intervene with your clarity from the same content, or you can read new content. And you're going to do it again. Pre-assess yourself. Check mistakes if you are using new content. But if you're using the same content, right, focus on 3 new pronunciation mistakes. Perhaps you're not stressing the syllables correctly, or you're having issues with the EA sound because sometimes they sound like E. Sometimes they sound like eh. You can focus on that for the next 4 weeks, okay? Let's do the math. And this is going to show you how breaking things into smaller goals is going to help you with your ultimate goal. That's 3 pronunciation goals per month. Now you're adding 3 more. 12 months in a year times 3 SMART pronunciation goals. 12 times 3, 36. 36 micro SMART goals to improve your pronunciation in a year. That's how you achieve your goals faster. For a list of regular past tense verbs that end with ed, check out my website at teacherglory.com. That's teacherglory, GLORY.com. You will find a list of over 200 words that not only will help you complete this challenge, but will also improve your vocabulary. Enjoy! This episode was brought to you by American English Ed with Teacher Glory, your language and culture connection.